trip with some quote unquote a family member and her friend. So to give y'all a backstory, because I should have knew better. So I'm gonna take y'all all the way back to 2020.
Mom!
Oh my fucking God.
Oh, my bad. You got... Wait. Tell the podcast to say hey.
Amir said, hey, podcast. This is so ghetto, son.
Can I do it with you?
No.
What you talking about?
Why?
What you talking about? Sex.
No, I'm not talking about sex.
Okay. Can I use the charger? Okay.
Oh, God. So look, let me take you back. We're going to take this back to 2020. February of 2020. Now, I went on a trip with this chick, but the trip was like a kids trip. We took all of our kids to Las Vegas. Now, y'all know the beginning, 2020, we was going through the panoramic. It was money coming from every which way. I had money to blow because if you know, you know. And so we go to Vegas and it was about 15 of us. And we get there. So it's like, she like, okay, well, I want you to get a hotel room next to mine so we can be close together. And they get a hotel, but we were staying at different hotels. We stayed at the M, the Venetian. I think somebody stayed at, I think it's Hard Rock. I'm not sure. But we all stayed at different hotels and we would just meet up. So me and her and our kids, we got an adjoining room. And I'm out there with, I think I went out there with about 5-6 bands. I never been to Vegas, but I don't gamble. So I didn't know what to expect. On top of the fact I got my kids. So I did know we were going to go ATV riding. And I did know that ATV riding was $150 per person. So I took a couple bands. Because I didn't know what I was going to do. I wanted, most people go out of town. They go out of town to shop. They go out of town to eat. Doing shit that you don't do at home. So, like I say, I went out there with 5 bands. And my whole bank account. But I had 5 bands to go. So, we get out there. We realize that we don't like staying at the M. The M is all the way in Henderson. So, it's not by the Strip. So we at the M and I'm like, I don't like it out here. The Ubers cost too much to get to the Strip because I'm paying for Uber XLs because it's me and my 2 kids and it's her and her 2 kids. And that's an Uber XL. They not letting 5 of us because this is the panoramic. So they not letting nobody sit in the front seat at this point in time. So we have to get Uber XLs. We're riding in trucks. So we spending $50, $60 a trip to get back and forth to the Strip to do, the group thing. So I'm like, I don't want to stay out here. So she like, okay, well, we can get a room at the Venetian. I got some comps. We just paid a little $100 or whatever. Boom. I'm like, cool, I got that. Let's do that. So we get us a dog ass room at the M. But by the time we get to the M, this is maybe day 3, she broke. She called her, everybody broke. Everybody broke except me. So they calling home, telling everybody, cash at me this, cash at me that. We took the kids paintball gunning and ATV riding. We going to eat everywhere, lobsters and shrimp. We getting it in. I went shopping, got my son some brand new shoes just to go ATV riding. So we out there. We getting it in. My sons is enjoying the fuck out of themselves. I'm not having fun because I don't like taking trips with kids, but my sons is having a good time, but I'm running back how much money I'm spending because I'm spending the money on the Ubers. So I'm like, damn, we coming out of a lot of money. So I'm running it back, but my kids is having a ball, so I'm not tripping. So we get home. We're not friends anymore. I'm not friends with none of these bitches by the time we get home from Vegas. This is in 2020 of February. So my birthday roll around. I go to Houston. I turn up with my friends. We get like, when we went, because I went with like-minded people. I went with schmammers and drug addicts. We got it the fuck in. So me and my friends go to Houston 2 weeks later. Everybody everybody understood the assignment when we went to Houston. We hit the mall. We hit the dispensary, not the dispensaries. We hit the smoke shops. We everywhere. We getting everything we need because we know when we get home, we disputing that shit. So we did it. We got it the fuck in. So now I realized my birthday didn't came and went. These bitches ain't tell me happy birthday. So now I'm like, oh, let's keep that same energy because now I'm on Facebook throwing shots. Like I'm buying bitches bundles for their birthdays and party. Blah, 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 blah. I'm on Facebook cutting it to bitches because I'm like, how dare you not tell me happy birthday? How dare you? So that's that. So I go a whole year, we don't talk. So this year, 2020, we link back up. 2022, we link back up. No, end of 2021, we link back up. And everything is good. So this particular chick, the one I shared the room with, she calling me like, I need you to help me. My car breaking down. I need you to come get me. And it's like, you don't call me to hang out when we in the city. You don't call me for nothing, but you keep calling me when you need me to come and rescue you. Where's all these bitches you be hanging out with? Where's all these bitches that you been gallivanting with? Because don't call me when you need me, but you can't call me when it's time to chill. So it hit home for her. She hit me up back in like the end of April, maybe mid-May. She hit me up like, you want to go to New Orleans? I've never been to New Orleans. Like when my sisters be going, because I usually travel with my sisters because my sisters got pockets like me. So when I tell my sister like, don't go to New Orleans if it's just 2 of y'all because, something could happen. Try to get like maybe 4 of y'all to go. So I'm like, fuck it. We can't go to New Orleans. She like, all right, what about Miami? I never been to Miami. My sisters and them went. So my sister like, yeah, but when you go, make sure you got X, Y, and Z amount of money. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, cool. I got that amount of money. So we getting ready to, I booked the trip. I booked the flights. They pay me back. She paid me back. I booked the Airbnb. She paid me back. So she like, well, can my friend come? I'm like, yeah, bitch, the more the merrier. So she like, look, when we go out of town, we if we like a dude, we gonna fuck him. If he got money, we gonna do X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, cool, because I do that in the city. So, shit, if I see a nigga I like out there, I might give him some butt. So the plan was for us to go out there and meet, like they had some dudes they knew. We was going to get on the boats. We was going to do all of that. But me not knowing, because I've never been to Vegas, that this is hurricane season. So we get all the way to the airport. Our flight is canceled. So my Airbnb host ends up refunding me my money. We fucked up. Let me let y'all know. We had a gallon of Crown Royal apple. We was fucked up. So I'm down for the cause. So she like, fuck it. Let's rent a car and go to Atlanta. Well, we already at the airport. Fuck it. Let's go to Atlanta. So I go rent a 2022 GMC Terrain. That motherfucker cost me $1,100. Me, $1,100. But because our flight got canceled, we're thinking, okay, they gonna, give us, we either gonna get, a credit or they gonna put the money back on my car. So she like, okay, well, for what the flight is, you just take that money and that'll be my half for the rental, and you just and I just give you such and such amount of money for gas. Now her friend that came, she was only gonna pay for the rental. She wasn't gonna pay for the Airbnb because with it being just me and her was just gonna thug it out. We was gonna get a 1-bedroom apartment. Me and her was gonna share a bed, and that was that. So now that her friend was coming, she was gonna sleep on the couch. Since she was already sleeping on the couch, I'm like, fuck it, she don't have to pay. It's paid for. I'm not gonna trip about that because I don't trip about shit like that. So we get to Atlanta. I drove the whole ride. I probably slept 2 hours. I drove the whole ride from sunup to sundown to sunup again. So I drove. We get there. I contact my host. My host like, well, you can't check in at 4. I'm like, sir, I just drove 10 hours from Michigan. Please let me check in. So we check in. Airbnb is very nice. I go lay down. I take me a nap. I get up. Let's go. We going to brunch. Let's go get some more drink. Let's go do X, Y, and Z. In the midst of all of that, now I see them huddled up like, okay, well, I got to do this and make sure when I get this and make sure when I get home, I got to pay this because I got to pay my rent and I got to do this. And I'm looking like, wait the fucking minute. It's only fucking June 8th. Why are we talking about rent on June 8th? Your rent should be paid. It's June 8th. So, okay. Look, that's not my business. So we out. We go to our first restaurant to eat. We went to brunch. We went to some day parties. Now, I know what I like when I go out. So I got me some green t-shots. Some white t-shots. White t-shots, $15. They looking at some dude from Houston buys them a drink. But in the midst of him buying a drink, I'm listening to his friend talk about them for smoking his hookah. Like, damn, y'all puffing the hookah? Ain't nobody put in on the hookah. And I'm looking like, I don't smoke hookah, so this ain't my business. Bartender, give me another round. So I'm getting fucked up. They still got their one cup and they puffing on this nigga's hookah. Because out there, here in Detroit, you can go to the gas station and get a hookah cup for $20. You can get your own hookah for $50, but out there in the clubs, they hookah $60. So they like, I ain't paying that for no hookah. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't smoke hookah. So, no, baby. Hookah at this particular bar, at most of the bars we went to, was $50 and up. And I'm not bullshitting. I don't smoke hookah. So I'm looking like, damn, back at home. See, that going out of town make you appreciate home, because you can get a hookah cup here in Detroit from the gas station of Orange Head for $20. Out there ain't no Orange Head, ain't no little cup with your hookah, going through it and you walking around and you taking it to go. No, you getting it. That shit expensive out there. So they smoking on other niggas' hookahs. Even though, like, here we got the little breeze pens, the little vape pens or whatever. She was puffing on that too. She had her little hookah pen too. But, the girls like what the girls like. So, it is what it is. So, that's day one. So, we go home. We lay down. We take another nap. We get up. We do it again. So, we end up meeting up with some dude that they had met while they were there a previous time. This an old nigga. I'm just going along for the ride because I'm like, look, we winging it. I just want to get drunk. I want to eat. I want to shake some ass. So if he gonna get us in, they can like, oh, but he gonna get us in the club free. He did it. So we go to his house. He lives in a really nice house in a gated neighborhood. But we're sitting there with him and he like, oh yeah, my friend's coming. He calling all these niggas and these niggas like, oh no, I ain't coming. I ain't got no gas. This motherfucker tell a nigga, I give you some gas money. I'm like, oh hell no. If you got to pay a nigga to come, we don't want to be here. Let's go. So they like, no, let's just wait. He got us a bottle of 1738. I don't give a fuck what he got us. I got enough money to get us a bottle of 1738, bitch. Let's go. So it's like, they're like, no, let's just wait. Let's see what's going to happen. So he drinking. So now we talking to him. And he like, oh, yeah, well, I met Lil Baby. And I met Ari. And Lil Baby gave me $5,000 before. And such. And I drive this. One of these bitches go outside and sniff the inside. He had a Range Rover. He had a pickup truck. And I think he had like a Lexus or a Mercedes in his driveway. He had some really, really nice cars. This bitch is smelling the inside of his fucking car. Like, it smells just like a new car. I'm like, oh, Jesus help these hoes. So, I'm like, okay, look, I'm ready to go. Because if we came to sit in somebody's house, we could sit in our own Airbnb. I can take my pants off. We can walk around that bitch in our panties. Let's go back to the Airbnb. Like, let's just go back and do what the fuck we doing here. This nigga got a baseball game on. I didn't come over here to watch fucking baseball. I came to Atlanta to shake some ass. So, we go back. We go to sleep. First night was like, okay, it was, we go to sleep. I ate good the first day. I spent the pretty penny the first day, but I was over it because they took me to this old nigga house and I'm a barber and I'm looking at his haircut. This nigga bald, but he got patches in his hair. So I'm like, who the fuck cut his hair? So now I'm already irritated by his khaki shorts looking like fucking Jake from State Farm and his choppy haircut. So I'm like, okay, I'm over this because if these the niggas these hoes brought me out here to see, I fucking hate it here. So day 2 rolls around and we wake up, we go to breakfast at Barney's. I parked the car or whatever. Now we taking turns on paying for parking. We taking turns on putting gas in the car. So we get to breakfast at Barney's. I ordered me some lamb chops, some fried eggs, some potatoes. I ordered me a couple little martinis. The one bitch ordered a piece of catfish and a water. So I'm looking. And I'm like, that's all you want? She like, yeah, I don't like nothing on this menu. I don't like that. What? Well, why are we here? Because I'm going to eat lamb chops everywhere we fucking go. Not that I don't eat lamb chops at home, but lamb chops in the club is a little bit better than lamb chops from my kitchen. So she like, no, I don't really want to eat much. I'm like, you need to eat because we about to get drunk. I'm good. I'll go get something to eat while we out. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. We go to a day party. She get some wings, I think. I think we all got some wings. But I'm drinking, so I know I gotta eat. Because I don't want to be throwing up and hungover. I want to drink and eat and restart this shit over again. So I pay my bill. I think my bill was like maybe $50. Everybody pay their bill. I'm doing all the tipping. I'm doing all the tipping. So like they'll probably leave like a $5 tip, and then I'll probably just match their 5 with maybe like a 20. So I'm like, okay, cool. We out. Let's go. Next place. So we go to Rashida and Kirk's we go to Frost Bistro. Now this is where she get her first hookah at. Now they got electric hookahs there. Like the hookah ain't pulling, it ain't the fire. So she paid maybe $25, $30 for the hookah. So we chilling while she eating the hookah, and I ordered 2 plates of lamb chops from that motherfucker. Like, look, if you gonna sit here, let me get 2 plates of them lamb chops, because them bitches slapped. I can't lie. Frost Bistro slaps. That food fucking slaps. And it wasn't no line. It wasn't no wait. So she got what she got. But I'm noticing like now it's like, well, we gonna go back to the house and we gonna chill and shit. So we go back to the house, we chill. So we probably end up eating like some cookout later that night. Like late at night, we go to cookout. We get some burgers and fries. I'm cool with that because we've been drinking all day. I want to eat before I go to sleep so I can wake up and start drinking again. When I tell y'all we didn't go to the grocery store or nothing, the refrigerator didn't have nothing in it. Like, all right, fuck it. Let's go to bed. Shit, fuck it. So we wake up the next day. We get in the pool. We play some drinking games. And we go get pizza from the little place down the street from us. While they getting the pizza, I'm next door shopping. It's at a little place called, I think it's called like The Cool or something. They had like these dope ass shirts and shit. So it's these little shorts I got on today. So I think it's called like The Cool. We go and get I'm shopping. I'm fucked up though. I'm in there on the phone with my sister like, yeah, what size shirt you wear? He giving me the shirts 5 for $60 or some shit like that. He gave me a good deal. So I'm in that bitch shopping. I'm on the phone calling my sons. What size shirt y'all wear? You like this shirt? You like this shirt? I probably walked out that bitch spending $300 on t-shirts. So we get the pizza, we come back, we sit down, we finish playing the drinking games, we drinking. I goes to sleep because I'm fucked up. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm fucked up. I wake up. The nigga who made the pizza is sitting on the couch with his dick out and the condom on. I'm looking around like, who fucked this nigga? Because I had to come out the room to get my pop. Because, when you've been drinking and you sleep it off, you get your mouth get a little dry. So I get up to get my pineapple crush. This nigga dick and balls out. I'm like, who fucked him? So they're like, oh yeah, your cousin fucked him. He was cute. His dick was huge. But why did you fuck the dude who made our pizza? Did he give us the pizza for free? At least. So that was that. So now he calling like, I want to come back. He can't come back. He can't come back. So he like, meet us at this club, meet us at that club. So we goes to a titty bar. Goddamn, I can't remember the name of it. And we went the last maybe hour and a half. We paid $40 to get in. These bitches is sitting in the car like, why would we pay $40 for an hour and a half? I don't want to go in there. Look, we ain't shook no motherfucking ass since we been here. Let's go in here. Let's strip. I mean, not strip. Let's dance with the strippers. Let's dance with the fucking strippers. So we goes in there. They really didn't want to pay that 40 ball. I'm cool with it. I'm in there. Okay, bartender, give me some white tea shots. I need 3 of them things because I need to be with these bitches on the couch at. I need to be with Ed. So give me 3. Then give me another 3. Give me them. So I'm looking. My cousin's friend gets snatched up by the little, nice looking dude. He held on to this girl the whole motherfucking night. You would have thought they met up in there because they were already in a relationship. He had this bitch in a chokehold. So he's buying her drinks. My cousin like, I hate when a nigga pull a bitch to the side and don't want to buy everybody drinks and he sees she came with other girls. So I'm like, bitch, do you want a drink? Do you got some money? She like, no, it's just the principle. Do you want a drink? Here, take my drink. You can have my drink. And my white tea shots was strong as fuck. So it was the fact of the matter. My fucking kids is so fucking loud. So it was the fact that she didn't have nothing to drink. So she's upset. I'm like, why you mad? I'm like, I don't go here in Detroit. Niggas don't buy bitches drink. If they do, I ain't never had a nigga buy me no drink at home. I go out, I pregame, and I go out to buy my own drinks. I don't look for no nigga to buy me no drink, because usually when a nigga buying you drinks, that nigga want to be in your face. That nigga want to go, where y'all going after this? Oh, I got another place, let's go here. I don't want to do that. I want to party, and I want to go my own motherfucking way. So we follow the dude. Turns out there's some niggas from New York. We follow the dudes to a bar next to the titty bar. It was like an after hour hookah joint type shit. But we go somewhere in between. I cannot think of where the fuck. Was it the Penthouse? I think it was called Penthouse. We went to the little hookah joint next door. You can just walk on in that bitch. And it's niggas in there with book bags. So I'm sitting in the booth waiting on them to clean the table off. These little young niggas with the book bags pull glizzies out. So I get up like, oh, hell no. If I wanted to get killed, I could have stayed in Detroit and got my ass killed. I like my kids. I love my life. I don't want to die in Atlanta. So can we please leave this place? Because any nigga in here with a book bag on got a gun. So the parking lot at Penthouse, that bitch was slapping. But thank God the old nigga who we saw a couple nights before owned the valet company that ran the parking. So he parked us close to get the fuck out. Give me my keys. We out of here. I'm gone. I'm going to leave these bitches. Because at this point, I noticed that they the type that leave each other. So since that's where we at, you bitches can stay. I'm going back to the fucking Airbnb. So we get in the car. My friend's homegirl like, well, I'm going to stay with him because he don't want to leave. And he out there talking like, well, he like, Georgia is an open carry state. I'm like, these niggas ain't opening and carrying. These niggas is pulling them out of book bags. So he like, it's cool. He get to talking. I notice he don't have a tooth in his mouth. He missing the front tooth. I'm like, oh my God, who is these niggas they keep linking up with? And he was some weird dude who won't talk, but he keep walking past us looking like he want to sex traffic us. So I'm like, you know what? This ain't for me. I thought we was coming out here to shake some ass, get drunk, possibly do whole shit. But when you say whole shit, I'm thinking we gonna do whole shit with niggas with money. Because if I want to fuck a broke nigga, I can fuck a broke nigga at home. So I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. So me and my cousin, we leave her friend. I took a picture of dude ID. I got a picture of the license plate. The nigga followed us to Cookout. Now it's like 3, 4 in the morning. We back at fucking Cookout. These bitches at Cookout eating goddamn chicken wraps and shit. I'm like, this is... I don't want no more motherfucking Cookout. Because our Airbnb was super close to it, a Chick-fil-A and a Cookout. So I'm like, I don't want no more fucking Cookout. So we go back to the room. She leave with him. He put her in the Uber, sent her to the airport the next morning. She went home. So now it's just me and my cousin. The weird nigga that was with the nigga with the missing tooth want to talk to my cousin. Oh, yeah, we got unlimited Airbnb. I mean, unlimited Ubers. We can get Ubers for anybody. That's how they got the girl to the airport. They put the bitch in an Uber. So, yeah, you know, if you need any type of Uber or anything, I got you. So, later the next night, he take us out. This nigga took us all the way to, what part of fucking Georgia was we at? Fuck, I can't think of it. I can't fucking think of it right now. But we wasn't in Atlanta no more. This nigga took us to some little bar. They had good ass food, but it was dead as fuck. And at this particular night, they having like a open mic night. So people performing their songs and shit. And he yelling like, boo. But you can tell that these people knew each other. Like, everybody in there clapping and taking pictures, and they got their video phones out, and they rocking with the music. So you knew they were acquainted with each other. And then here we go. And he bought her some hookah. So we ordered food or whatever. Now I'm ready to go because I'm like, you need to stop. Like, shut up. He like, don't tell me to shut up. Who the fuck you think? Nigga, if we was at home, I'd get my daddy to come up here and red rum your motherfucking ass. So I go to the car. I'm like, look, I'm about to go. He can bring you home because I followed them because they smoked. He like, oh, you not riding with us? No, because when I'm ready to go, I am ready to go. So I left him. So now by this time, I'm calling my sister, giving her a play-by-play like, bitch. Now my sister and me, our pockets is the same, like I said. So she like, that's what you get. You shouldn't have went out there with them broke bitches. That's what you get. I just wanted to go to Miami. So I get home and find out. Well, no, not even home, but I find out like my cousin, like, well, I ain't really got that much money. I only came out here with $500. In that moment, I didn't even want to drive back home. And I found out that she didn't have a license. So I didn't even want to let her drive my rental on the highway. So I'm like, you know what? She didn't even know it. So I'm just sitting on the couch like, dog, I'm ready to go home. But I don't want to do this 10-hour drive by myself. Because then, we got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning in order to make it home by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I just want to go home. So I booked us some fucking flights. I booked us some fucking flights. I wanted to go home that bad that I called Enterprise and was like, I'm going to leave y'all car in Atlanta. They like, okay, that's an extra $90 added on to what you already paying us. Mind y'all, I just told y'all, I paid $1,100. That wasn't $1,100 and the $300 deposit. When I got home and got my receipt, I spent $1,100 on that truck. I'm like, I don't care. Keep the fucking truck. I don't want it. I booked us some flights. We got the fuck on. I came home. I called Spirit about our canceled flights. They like, oh no, y'all flight left. Y'all flight made it to Miami. I'm like, well, why the fuck did the airline tell us? Now I'm just finding this out because now I'm trying to get all my money back that she didn't give me because now I'm pissed that you brought your ass out of town with $500 motherfucking dollars and you talking about, oh, we'll just use the money for the flight to do. I called Spirit. Spirit like, oh no, y'all flight made it to Miami. Y'all were a no-show. Hold the fuck up, bitch. Thank God I had insurance on our flights though. So I do the shit for the to get my shit back on the insurance and everything. And I'm telling them, whoop-de-whoop, this was the situation. It's hurricane season. Everybody else gave me my money back. Why Spirit giving me the runaround? I don't even fucking fly Spirit. I like Delta. So, but because Miami, our flight to Miami was like 115 round trip. So, of course, we going to go to Miami. Miami, 115 round trip. So, oh, Lord Jesus be defense. So, I booked the flight. We go to the airport. I leave the car. We come home. But now at this point, we at the airport. And I'm trying to figure out, why did they tell us that our flight was canceled when it wasn't? So now she at the airport yelling at the people, well, y'all need to run y'all cameras back because we was here. And da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm like, girl, relax. This ain't even your money. So now she shut up and move. She goes stand in the back. Go to the back. You acting like you coming out of your pocket for this shit. This is my money. So I get to my cousin, my blood cousin. My cousin like, yeah, her friend ain't had no money for her bills. So she gave her money for her bills. This bitch 3-4 months behind in her car note. And everybody keep calling me like, how you going out of town with a broke bitch? How you going out of town? And I'm like, well, she got money. She been hitting at the casino. She got money. They like, no, that bitch ain't had no money. Then I'm like, you're right. That bitch did say that bitch only came out here with $500. Worst experience of my life because this is the second time I went out of town with these bitches, and these bitches went out of town with no money. So me and her are still cool. Ain't no beef, ain't no smoke. I'm just, at this point, she even got home and they were like putting her out. Like, you get to go to fucking Miami. You going out of town, but you ain't paying your bills, bitch. Get out my house. So now she like on her knuckles. And I'm like, look, can't help you. So it's like, okay, cool. It was fun for what it was, but it wasn't what I expected. Because when I go out of town with my sisters, we do shit. My sisters was in Miami parasailing and jet skiing. They was on boats. They do that type of shit. They go to rooftop parties and all of this. We didn't do any of that. So I felt like the trip wasn't worth me leaving my kids. Because it was like, we did shit that I could have did at home. And I didn't even get fucked. So that was really like, we didn't get on no boats. We didn't do nothing fun. I didn't get to shake my ass outside the windows. I didn't get to do none of that. It was just like a cool laid back trip. But it was some shit that I probably could have brought my kids on. Like, shit I could do at home. So now I have a trip in 2 weeks to Mexico with my rich friends. We're going to be staying on a resort. We're going to get our passports stamped. We gonna do some zip lining and shit like that. We gonna do fun shit because the people I'm going with got money. They got money like I got money. So I ain't even tripping about what this trip gonna be on, because my thing is, and I ain't judge nobody for who they fucked or nothing. I honestly, shit, I even took the rest of the nigga condoms. I'm like, well, y'all not gonna use these. I can take these back home and do what the fuck I'm gonna do with them. So I put them bitches in my purse, and no, I haven't used them yet. I ain't been fucked since I got home, which really got me pissed off because we should have been in Miami fucking Haitian niggas. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to Miami and fuck a Haitian nigga. But no, we had to end up in fucking Atlanta fucking a nigga with no tooth and another nigga whose breath smelled like shit. And a bald head nigga with a choppy haircut. Like it was like, if this is, then we out playing games. I'm like literally teaching these bitches how to suck dick. Like we playing a game and we on live, on my Facebook live. And I'm telling them like, this is what you do. You got to do this. And they like, really? You do? I'm like, do y'all know how to suck dick? Do y'all know? Who dicks is y'all sucking? So now I'm like, call a nigga who dick you sucked. And I want him to tell me how good your head is. These bitches can't even call nobody. What are y'all out here doing? Like y'all ain't got nobody that can vouch for y'all when it comes to sucking dick. Because I can call 100. Maybe not 100, but I call a lot of niggas. So, the ghetto. That's all I'm going to say. The fucking ghetto. So, I'm giving y'all, and that was 35 minutes of my 5-day trip. But when I say girls trip 101, I feel like you need to go out of town with people who got pockets like you. Or at least who's willing to do what you do. Like, I know when I go to Mexico, I can't go out there and be a hoe because I'm not going out there with hoes. But I'm thinking I'm about to go out of town with hoes and do hoe shit. And they was out there doing hoe shit with niggas I wouldn't even look twice at. And the niggas telling me about how much money another nigga gave them. That was a complete turnoff. Because you telling me like, yeah, I made this money like this. And he laid there and gave me and peeled off $5,000 and just gave it to me. Get his dick out your mouth. Because it's like, I don't give a fuck about how much money you got. Because I got $5,000 right now. In my pocket. Just in case I go to jail. Because mind y'all, I went to jail not too long before we went out of town. So, and the people at my job had a whole little bet to see if I went to jail or not. And because I know me when I drink, I had money for bail. But god damn. All I know is when I go to Mexico, I'm going to turn all the way the fuck up. I'm going to be living off sun, tequila, and good vibes. That's all. That's how I'm going to function. That's what I'm going to be doing for six days and 5 nights. Sun, tequila, and good vibes. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. So, Now and this is kind of what I see. Like, this is why bitches, when bitches go to Miami, they always fall out. Or when bitches go out of town, they never come back the same. Because you never go out of town with people who are not on the same shit as you. But for me, to any so it's like,